Okie doke. So, folks, I've got with me a very interesting group who have made a splash in the blues and jazz genre. They're called the Sugar Darlings, and right now the guy with the ball cap is his name is Kevin.
Hi
I
guys.
think it's Kevin, and I'll try to read it. We've got probably
Love,
Mishlov.
love.
Yeah.
Mishlov Denry. We've got Danik Tardif, or Tardy, as we say it in French. Paul Luchik, Neil Robinson, Kevin Jalbert, who plays the tenor and baritone sax. And they had invited guests, but the Darlings are those particular people. And this is the wonderful album that they sent to actually get some airplay, and they're doing fantastic. This album is actually it's sweet to the touch and it's sweet to the ears.
Thank you so much.
So tell me, first off, how did you guys decide to form the group under the Sugar Darlings?
You want to take it?
Sure. Well, we basically came together because it was our drummer, Danik. Danik was the one who sort of brought us together first because, well, he had been playing with Mish Love in one of her old bands, and also Kevin had played with them periodically with different musicians. So those three were playing together. And then me and Neil have always played together. Me and Neil, the bass player, we're from Saskatchewan. We moved out here together to play music probably almost 12 years ago. And I met Danik through mutual ex-girlfriends. And we became friends, and we were friends for years. We knew that we played music. We both had a common interest in the blues, but we never really got much opportunity to play together. But then suddenly, when one of the Misha's bands kind of fell apart, the guitar player and the drummer and a bass player, she was looking for kind of a full reset with Danik, and he knew that me and Neil played a lot together, so he said, "Well, I know a couple of guys who are great." And so we got together to play, and one of our first gigs was at a nice big dancing event it was a jive dancing event at Rialto Theatre. And then we hired Kevin to come play saxophone with us, and it was just instantly amazing. We had so much fun. We realized that we all had a similar energy, both not just musically, but also personally, and we knew that we could have a lot of fun together if we were to play on a regular basis. So then the following months, it was actually during COVID where we really got serious. We started writing songs together, and yeah, I think we all knew right away that we had something special. So the rest is history, as they say.
So the album was formed over the pandemic, unfortunately, but that meant that you had lots of time to actually sit down, collaborate, share files if you weren't in the same location physically. Now the band is situated in which province and city?
We are located in Montreal, Quebec.
Okay. So any big plans of actually touring for the album?
For sure, we already started this summer. We did the Festival d'été de Québec, Mont-Tremblant, Chicoutimi, Sherbrooke. So we toured around Quebec. And now, because the album came out only on April 27th, so it was the amazing gig for the first summer like that, like very quickly booked. But for next summer and even during this winter, we're gonna go to a big showcase called the Blues Summit in Toronto at the beginning of February. There's gonna be people that book festivals from all over the world, the blues world. So we're gonna get lots of chances to showcase ourselves and meet them. So hopefully lots of great opportunities for us to go play all over Canada and internationally. And
we won a competition too, because we had here in Montreal in October, beginning of October, we had a competition, Quebec to Memphis, and we kind of got together and we said, okay, we're just gonna give us a best, and we're gonna have fun and give all of what we got, and we actually won the competition. So this January we're going to Memphis for the Blues Challenge, the IBC Blues Challenge 2024. And that's a great opportunity for us to be there with so many good musicians. So that's a great event. And we also have an event, a show on the 30th of November, where it's a show bénéfice. I know the word in
like
French.
A fundraiser.
Like a fundraiser show. And
Well,
it's going to be a party.
Parlez-vous français, toute la gang?
Well, not everyone. Me, Danick and me speak French. On parle français.
Okay.
Et Neil et Paul sont plus anglophones venant de la Saskatchewan.
Okay. So I'll do it in English, but if you want to answer in French, you're more than welcome, because I'll be able to actually put it on air without any issues. Mish, so you guys decided to actually participate in putting your chops and your talent out, and you won. So you're going to the International Blues Challenge, the Memphis International Blues Challenge, which is funny because one of our New Brunswick talents, JP Leblanc, is actually going to that as well this year. I've got an interview lined up with him later on in the month, actually probably next week, based on what we had as a talk. So apart from doing this, because it demands that you probably rehearse, if you're doing any other songs that are outside of this particular album.
We've been starting to. We got already a few. Like we have 2 songs, 2 main ones that we already played once live, and there's 3, 4 more that are coming. Like when we did For Thirsty for Your Love, we were a bit forced to do that, which was good for us in the end, because it gave us 2.5 years to produce the song, and as you said earlier so well, that we had time to sit and think about it and let them grow and record something else and then take it out and try something else. Lots of trial and error. At my place, I got a studio, so we were fortunate enough to be able to spend hours and hours there and test out stuff and see what fits the best. So me, Paul, and Neil, we did spend a lot of time there thinking of what we wanted each song to become. And we are starting again to do that with some new originals to slowly get ready our next album, which, we want to keep the creative juices flowing. And we don't want to stop writing just because we just released. We always want to write. And that's enough.
And we might have some surprise, some songs in Creole maybe too.
Okay.
Creole.
I like Creole. Unfortunately, I understand only bits and pieces.
That's good. There's a beginning in every language to learn.
True. Now, Mish, they write the songs, but you participate in writing the lyrics, or at least that's my hope.
I participate in writing. Like, there's a few songs on the first album. There's a few songs that I wrote, but then when I brought them to the band, those songs have evolved so much. It was at a certain level, and then it just skyrocketed. It was incredible to see how much creativity, all our creativity kind of got mixed together and made this album what it is right now. So I think that was a great thing. And the good thing about our band is that when we come with a song, it's not like we're not saying, oh, that's my song, I wrote it, it's mine. That's not the vision that we have. We mostly have a vision of a community working together, and that what gives that our songs that refreshness, that that special vibe that makes us the Sugar Darlings.
Okay, so basically everyone pinches a little bit of their own spice into the mix.
Yeah, because we all have different backgrounds, and we put it to how do we say that?
Put it to use.
We put it to use.
Put all our put all our different musical backgrounds into a melting pot.
Okay. And who am I speaking to right now?
This is bassist Neil.
Neil. Okay. So now all of you have been playing for quite a long time, based on what this sounds like. So we've got 2 band members that are originally from Saskatchewan that moved to Montreal. Kevin, you're originally from Montreal?
I'm from Gaspésie, actually. I'm from a town called Amqui, so je parle français.
Okay.
L'anglais à l'âge adulte.
And Mish, where are you from originally?
Me, I was born and raised in Montreal. I'm the second generation of Asian to parent that migrate to Canada. And my mom, she always knew that I would do some singing. She never knew when, but she knew it was a matter of time for it to happen because I always got her into a little surprise, like I was participating in talent show at my school and things like that, and I kind of evolved through that, and I'm so happy that I met all those band members that are part of my family, and we're spending some good time creating some new stuff, and that helped me evolve as a singer too. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm born and raised from Montreal.
And we got Paul here.
Yeah, from Saskatchewan, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about
Danik? Yeah.
Danik is from Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean.
Danik is from Saguenay. Yeah, he's not there yet. We're going to rehearse tonight.
Well, that's okay. Now, I've got a question that because you're musicians, you're more than just musicians and singer, you're humans. So, as a human being, do you have any time at all to do anything except music as a pastime or as a hobby?
Take that one first.
Originally, I'm a special care counselor. I work with kids with special needs, and I work a lot with helping the kids fixing a few of their behaviors. So that's what I do most of the time. Singing was before for me a hobby, and but it turns out to be something else than just a hobby. So.
And what about the bandmates that do the music? What about you guys?
I do have a job as well. For like 7 years now, I'm a supervisor in a call center. So I work from home, which is great because music never stops. It's 24 hours a day, so I have time to record and create and do the business side. Taking care of most of the business side of the band because you have to. Great music is important, but the business side is what helps having an interview with you right now, and we're really grateful for that. So thank you. And so that's what I do. I have a little day job, and yeah, that makes you appreciate the music even more.
And what about you, Neil?
Yeah, so for me, as the bass player, definitely there's always a lot of music work to be done. So I've got quite a few projects. I have the Sugar Darlings, and I play with a couple other artists around town and outside of Montreal. And besides that, in my other spare time, I have a friend of mine who has a young daughter who has epilepsy. So she hires me to take care of her in the daytime, just to help out around the house and help out with her daughter.
Okay, and what about?
I've worked different jobs over the years, always doing lots of music to varying levels of busyness. It's been pretty busy over the last couple of years, playing in other projects as well as this band. And then I also, in the last several months, I was working at Costco in the warehouse, which is really great. But right now I'm on a pretty heavy tour with my other band, so I'm taking a couple months off. But in the late winter, I'll be going back there when there's more time. But yeah, lots of times doing music comes in big waves where you're really busy, and then suddenly you're less busy, and you need to make sure you have something else to.
So, what's the other band that you're in?
I play in a band called the Franklin Electric. It's very, very different than Sugar Darlings, but it's a pretty big project in Quebec, so we do nice shows around the province.
Oof, that's heavy. Now, apart from hobbies, I mean, there's not many questions I can ask unless you want to interject. The album is available through pretty much all the streams that you can get across the world now.
Yeah, for sure.
If
Spotify,
we want,
Apple Music, all of them.
Yeah. Actually, I was listening to it on Spotify because my CD player is not plugged in right now, but that said, if anyone wants to actually get a copy of the CD, they can go on your website, I'm assuming?
Absolutely. They're sold on the website. I'm sending them myself. So just order it online and I'll send it within a week. And you can also listen to the full album on the website. And we got our show dates. We got pictures. We got all the information about. We got actually nominated for Maple Blues Award of the year in the category of a new band, new artist.
Yeah.
And Kevin was nominated as the horn player of the year.
Yeah.
At the Maple Blues as well.
Nice. Congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you.
I wish you the best. Now, the funniest question that I've been asking pretty much everyone is off the wall. What would each of you individually, what would be your favorite dish, as in food?
Oh, that's a fun question.
Favorite dish?
My favorite dish. Je vais la répondre en français, celle-là.
Okay.
Pour moi, clairement, j'en ai mangé ce midi. C'est de la poutine. C'est un bon québécois. There you go, Neil. What's your favorite food?
My favorite dish? I like to ask the same question, but I ask it in a little bit more of a darker way of like, you're going to be executed, and what is going to be your last meal? So if I interpreted the question that way, I would say probably apple pie.
Okay. What about you, Mish?
My favorite dish is it's something in Creole called pâté codé, and the pâté codé, it's like a pastry with some fish inside and some pickles. It's really nice. It's amazing with akra, and akra, that's another it's all fried food, greasy,
Okay.
good for the heart. Yes. Yes.
Well, if I think about what stood the test of time for me over the years, I would have to say my favorite dish is grilled cheese and tomato soup. But I want to give a special shout out to pizza and hot dogs.
Yeah, very cool. That's a good question.
So, folks, this was an interview with this fabulous band. They took time out of their busy day to actually do this. And again, I thank you so much for saying yes to this.